Yeah, no, I think that they should definitely be together. I think, there's little things that they have to figure out, I mean, Castle was with two women in two marriages and Lord knows how many women. And he, something went wrong there. And I think for Beckett, she needs to know what happened there. And I kind of have a feeling that Castle hasn't come to full terms with those relationships and why they broke up. Um, and, for Beckett, I think Killshot is a part of that progression, but she's finally coming to a space where she's ready to dive into something like this and be fully committed to something like a relationship with Castle, in spite of the fact that she might never get the answers that she's looking for. So I think, those were necessary steps, and I think that they're just about at the point of being together, which I can't wait for. I think they're perfect for each other. I think Beckett enjoys Castle's sense of humor, obviously. Um, he keeps things creative and light, and he keeps her out of her head. And he's inspiring for her because he is almost he's the embodiment of this other side of her, which is, this kind of, I think, youthful and energetic person that decided to change because of events in her past. But it's all there, it's all in her, and you see it, I see it at least, when the two of them are doing that kind of verbal foreplay when they're figuring out, solving a case together, and they jump in on each other's lines and feed each other information, and they get really high on solving a case together. But that's that excitement that they both share. So those are some of the things, and I think also for Beckett, he's a great father. He's a great son. He's a caring man, and I think in the end, it comes down to finding somebody who can be your true friend and who will stand by you no matter what happens out there. And Lord knows Castle's been there for some crazy events in Beckett's life, right? Apartment exploding, sniper shot, things like that. I don't know. I'd say he's true blue, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, she at the beginning of the series, she was portrayed as very by the book, and I think we've been unpeeling all of that as we've gone on in years, and she's just as like mischievous as Castle's character is, and it's nice to see pops of that here and there. Um, what I'm liking about Beckett, especially this season, and I think anybody can relate to this, is no one's perfect. Everyone's flawed. And it's, I think, a really kind of modern experience to have heroes that are flawed and they're trying to become their better selves. They might not always make the right decisions. They might not always do everything the best way possible. But that struggle and that attempt and that failure and then that reattempt, that's interesting. And that's why she's interesting to me. And I think that I relate to that. I think everybody relates to that. And then on the other hand, she's a strong modern day woman. She's in a position that typically is held by, men. And she's somehow managed to hold on to her sensuality and her femininity in spite of the fact that, she's always playing with the boys. And I think that that's just something that we can do now. Women don't have to look like the boys in order to play with the boys. We can look like we are, and we can speak like we are, and we can be who we are, without kind of establishing like a real gruff and dudish kind of nature. So she's interesting like that, and I think she's somebody that I also kind of admire and look up to. She has a tremendous amount of integrity. She's very intelligent, and she's adorable as well in the same time,